What's going on, my city in the galaxy? It's the Central Man here. So this is my predictions for AEW Revolution 2021, the first AEW pay-per-view of the new year. We got 9 matches on the show, 1 on the pre-show and 1 on the main show. We're going to start with the pre-show match first. We got a women's tag team match, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Rebel, aka Reba, because Britt Baker keep calling Rebel Reba. They take on Thunder Rosa and Riho. This match, for me, should be on the main show instead of the pre-show. That's just me. The next match, I'll get to it shortly. That should be on the pre-show. Anyway, like I said, I'll get to it a little bit shortly. I'm going to predict Britt Baker and Rebel getting the victory over Thunder Rosa and Riho. So, we got a Casino Battle Royal for the tag team division. Winner face really get a shot at the AEW World Tag Team Championships. I wrote all the tag teams down. We got Bear Country, the Dark Order, all the members of the Dark Order, Chaos Project. We got Guns Club, Seidel Brothers, Pac and Phoenix, SCU. The 2 members represent SCU. That is Daniels and Kazarian. The Private Party, Butcher and the Blade. The Inner Circle, that is Santana and Ortiz. The Varsity Blondes, that is, that's Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison, I think that's his name. Anyway, the National Nightmares, that is, QT Marshall and Dustin Rhodes. Top Flight, that is the Martins brothers. Like I said, I think this Battle Royal should be on the pre-show instead of the women's tag team match. That's just me. I wish they changed the roles of the card, move the card reverse into the card, like the women's tag team match on the main show and this battle royal on the pre-show. That's just me. Anyway, no FTR in this match. That is, formerly known as the Revival. No Jungle Express. That'll be like Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, and Luchasaurus. Fuck Markle Stunt. I don't get Markle Stunt. The small guy teaming up with Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. He doesn't bring anything to the group. That's just me. This is going to be a clusterfuck because I know some of the tag teams like you got the Inner Circle, that's Santana and Ortiz, and the Dark Order Seidel brothers, that is Mike and Matt Seidel. Matt Seidel is formerly known as Evan Bourne in the WWE. Chaos Project, absolutely not. Yeah, they got a lot of joke tag teams, and tag teams I'm not really familiar. I predict the Private Party, and it's so predictable it's going to be the Dark Order. One of them going to win the tag team Battle Royal. It's going to be John Silver and Alex Reynolds. That's my pick for number 1. Number 2, I go with the Private Party. Number 3, I go with SCU, Daniels and Kazarian. Besides that, there's none. I don't know. So moving on to the next match, we got a tag team match. We got Miro, formerly known as Rusev, and Kip Sabian taking on the members of Best Friends, that is Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta. This rivalry is shit. I'm sorry. This is over a video game, Best Friends broke Saban and Miro's arcane video game, and then I watched the Beach Break episode Dynamite. They crashed Kip and Penelope's wedding. I don't know, man. My predictions it's gonna be Best Friends gonna get the win, but it's gonna be Miro and Kip getting the victory. I can see Penelope distracting Best Friends, helping Kip and Miro getting the victory. I don't know, Kip Sabian for me, I'm not a big fan of this guy. He's an okay talker, but I think he's bang average in the ring. Like, I could see this dude getting released. I don't know. So, moving on to the next match. Next match is, I think it's called the Face of, what is it called? The Face of the Revolution ladder match. Winner face, the TNT champion, is likely Darby Allin. We've got 5 members confirmed on the card. 1 is to be announced. I'm not going to predict who's going to be in this match because 9 times out of 10 I get it wrong. Anyway, so who's in the ladder match? We got Cody Rhodes, Scorpio Sky represent SCU, Penta, that's Pentagon Jr., Lance Archer, and Max Caster, one half of the Claimant it's called. Cody, no, not 100%, no, not Cody. Scorpio Sky, no. Penta, maybe. But I put money on Lance Archer. That's my pick. Then we got a big money match. We got Big Money Matt. It's like it's going to be a Big Money Matt. I saw a clip from Impact Wrestling. He's still with the Private Party. He takes on Adam Hangman Page. Winner gets wins earnings of 2021. Basically, it's for money. I'm going to go with Adam Page getting the victory over Matt Hardy. It's basically the old guy versus the young guy, because I can see Matt Hardy putting over Hangman Page. So I go with Hangman Page being Matt Hardy. It's not going to be broken Matt Hardy. It's going to be Big Money Matt. So we're moving on to the next match. This is a street fight, a tag team street fight. We got Team Taz, represent Team Taz. We got Brian Cage. I'm guessing he's still the FTW champion. That stands for Fuck the World Title Championship. Taz, you hold that belt when in the days in the original ECW. I think he's still the champion, Brian Cage, the FTW champion. And Ricky Sparks taking on Darby and Sting. This is Sting's first wrestling match for almost 6 years. The last time he fought in any type of wrestling capacity, that was at Night of Champions 2015 in the WWE, facing Seth Rollins at the time. He was the WWE champion. That was Sting's final match before he retired due to injury, and this is his first match back in the company. I don't see Team Taz getting the victory. It's going to be Darby Allin and Sting. I predict Darby and Sting getting the victory. I like Team Taz. Don't get me wrong. I like Taz and Ricky Sparks. That dude's a good talker, and Brian Cage. I don't see him getting the victory over that. If they beat Darby and Sting, that'd be a shocker, an upset victory. But my gut's going to be Darby Allin and Sting getting victory. I want to see that match one day. I can see it. It might be at Double or Nothing. That'll be the next pay-per-view. That'll be in May in Las Vegas. I think it's going to be in Las Vegas because the rumors like WrestleMania is going to be in Tampa. I'm guessing Double or Nothing will be in Las Vegas because last year was in the Daily Place in Jacksonville, Florida. I hope it's going to be Darby versus Sting for the TNT Championship. I think it's going in that direction. I want to see that. It's basically passing the torch. Sting's going to pass the torch to Darby Allin. So, I covered mostly non-title matches. So, we got the championship matches on the show. We got the AEW Tag Team Championship match. We got the Young Bucks taking on Chris Jericho and MJF of the Inner Circle. I'm going to go with the Inner Circle again, the victory over the Young Bucks. I like the Inner Circle because I'm a big fan of them since they debuted on the first episode of Dynamite. It's a damn shame that 2020 was really the worst year for the Inner Circle. This was Jericho's worst year, to be honest. 2020. He lost all 4 pay-per-view matches because he lost the world title to Jon Moxley at the previous year's Revolution. Inner Circle lost the Stadium Stampede match against the Elite and Matt Hardy. Jericho lost the match to, I think it was called the Mimosa match against Orange Cassidy at All Out. And he lost to MJF at Full Gear in November of the previous year. I'll go with Jericho and MJF defeating Young Bucks for the Tag Team Championships. I can see the Inner Circle interfered. I'm guessing Sammy Guevara's quit the group. That's a disappointed because I like Sammy Guevara. I think there are really victims of bad booking that play a massive part. So we're moving on to the next match. The next match is for the AEW. Sorry, kind of stumbled on my words, man. Anyway, the next match is for the AEW Women's Championship. We got Hikaru Shida defending the belt against, I'm gonna butcher this woman's name, Ryu Mizuyami. That's her name. Anyway, I said in my review of NXT Takeover Vengeance Day, because Shida's title reign is nearly at an end. I said, like, if Shida drops the AEW Women's Championship, whether it's on a pay-per-view or an episode of Dynamite, when Shida drops the title, Io Shirai will drop the NXT Women's Championship, and also Asuka is going to drop the Women's Championship. I got the Asuka's going to drop the Women's Championship at WrestleMania. I predict it's going to happen. Asuka's likely going to drop the Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Io Shirai is going to drop the NXT Women's title. Probably, depending if they're going to do Takeover Tampa, who knows? Fingers crossed. So, yeah, I don't see Ryo Mizunami winning this match because I'm guessing that Ryo Mizunami won the tournament because AEW did the tournament matches. Who will face Shida for the women's title on this show? I never got a chance to see it. Some of it's on YouTube. I think one or two matches will be on Dynamite, and I've seen one match is on Bleacher Report. Why they did that? Why just put it on YouTube? I don't get it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Shida winning the title. The one person should have really won the women's tournament has to be Britt Baker. Nyla Rose, if it did Shida, Nyla Rose free on the show, I don't think it will be that great because the rematch at Full Gear was okay. I like that match at Double or Nothing last year, but the match at Full Gear disappointed. Figueroa and Nia Rose didn't work out. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know what they do in this women's division because basically they're not really showcasing the AEW Women's Championship. They're more focused on the NWA Women's Championship instead. I don't understand why. You know, they're not really. The women's title's not a benefit factor. Same as Shida. She's the women's champion, and she's not really focused enough. Most of the time, she's in the crowd every time I watch Dynamite. That's really criminal, because Shida had a good run. So far, she had a good run. I think her best match as women's champion for me has to be her match against Thunder Rosa at All Out. Besides that, the most of it like decent or good, but not because the best match so far in Shida's career she had was against Thunder Rosa. So yeah, I go with Shida retaining the women's title. Like I said, if Shida drops the title, whether it's on this show or a future episode of Dynamite, like I said, Io Shirai is likely gonna drop her women's title, and that goes with Asuka. You know, Asuka's title reign is gonna end at WrestleMania. I'm predicting that because she really hold the title for nearly a year now. Shida hold it. I think the by time in May. Shida hold it, been nearly 1 year since she won the title. She won the title in, I think it was June. Anyway, enough of that. Let's move on to the main event. This is what's it called? A deathmatch Bob Wild match is called. We got Kenny Omega, the AEW World Champion, taking on Jon Moxley. Because Omega defeat Mox on an episode of Dynamite I think it was in late 2020. When Omega defeated Mox, it's gonna happen because Moxley's time as the world champion was nearly at an end. I don't see Mox gonna become a two-time AEW world champion on the show. I think his time in the world title picture is nearly at an end. Omega, he won the title in November, I think. So far, was it November, December, January, February, March? We're in March right now, so he held the title for about 5 months now. I think he's gonna drop the title probably at Double or Nothing. Was it a deathmatch Bob Wild match? What I think that it's called. I think this ring's gonna be surrounded with barbed wire. I'm not a big fan of that because they can't do nothing in the ring surrounded with barbed wire. Because in my review of I think it was ACW Heatwave '94. They did like a barbed wire match, and it fucking sucks dick. Was it the Funks taking on the Public Enemy? I think that was the Public Enemy. Anyway, and that was not that good. It was a clusterfuck. It'd be blood. It'd be a good hard feeling match, but at the same time, they can't do anything in the ring. They can't Irish whip your opponent through the ropes or into the ropes, but the ropes will be replaced by barbed wire. You know, I can see Gallows and Anderson because the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions going to interfere because because they're associating with Kenny Omega, same as Don Callis, who's associated with the AEW World Champion. You know, I can see Omega retaining the tag team. I almost say tag team titles, but the World Championship. You know, because like I said, Mark's time is nearly at an end. I think at this moment of time, I think Mark's don't really need the world title at this moment. You know, I can see him winning the title probably later on in 2021 or maybe in 2022. You know, he needs to get back in the line, give someone else a crack at the world champion. Um, I don't know, the standings, what they're doing their rankings, I hate that. It's not leading anything. They still do it. They're still doing it. AEW, you know, number one contenders matches. They're doing what WWE's failed to do. You know, WWE's not doing no one contenders matches. You know, they're just basically one person's asking a champion to get a shot at the championship. It's like, what the fuck? I don't want to get into it. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna say Kenny Omega getting the victory. I can see because I think they got good chemistry because I like that match in Full Gear in 2019. They had a good feud in 2019 because the roles have changed now. Because in the previous rivalry, Jon Moxley was a heel and Omega's a babyface. Right now, Moxley's the face and Omega's a heel. You know, I think they got good chemistry. And also, they had a good match on an episode of Dynamite. I covered that AEW Dynamite review in November when Omega won the world title from Moxley. So yeah, I can see it's going one ways, like hitting each other with barbed wires or the ring surrounded with barbed wires. It's one thing or the another, depending on if it's going in that direction or not. Same as if it's like depending if they do like a street not a street fight but like a strap match. Are they going to do like touching the four corners, or are they going to whip each other? You have to win by pinfall or submission. You know, you don't know until the match started on the pay-per-view. So yeah, I'll go with Omega retaining the world title on the show. So let's do a recap. Recap before I end this video. So I predict Britt Baker and Rebel defeating Thunder Rosa and Riho on the pre-show. I predict Dark Order, or if they fail to win, Private Party. If they fail to win, probably SCU, Danielson, Kazarian. I predict probably Kip Sabian and Miro defeating the Best Friends. It's going to be a predictable direction in their tag team match. I predict probably I go with probably Lance Archer. I don't mind Penta, but Lance Archer gonna win that ladder match. Gets a shot at the TNT Championship. I predict Darby Allin and Sting defeating Cage and Sparks. I predict Inner Circle, Jericho and MJF defeating the Young Bucks for the AEW Tag Team Championships. I predict Shida to retain the AEW Women's Championship. And then I predict Kenny Omega retaining the world title against Jon Moxley. So, anyway, so hope you enjoyed my predictions for AEW Revolution 2021. Leave your thoughts and comments section below, smash the like button, subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube for more wrestling videos, Marvel videos. You know, I review Marvel movies, and also the Disney Plus show WandaVision every Wednesday. The latest video is out, go and check it out. Episode 7 of WandaVision, game streams, and more. And this is Central Man Official signing out. Check you later.